What up, guys? We're back with another Infinite Warfare video. Yes, there's Titanfall 2 gameplay in the background, but that's not going to matter because we're going to be talking about the Infinite Warfare Perk 3 metagame. Mainly one of the best perks for the Perk 3 slots in Infinite Warfare as of now, because this information comes from the Infinite Warfare beta from Call of Duty XP and probably from the October 14th beta. With that said, if you want an updated guide on the Perk 3 metagame, feel free to subscribe. Also, I did one for Perk 1 and Perk 2, so feel free to check out the Infinite Warfare tutorials, guides, and playlists also in the description below. With that said, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the perks in the Perk 3 slot. We got Gung Ho, shoots, use equipment, and score streaks while sprinting. Pinpoint, outline enemies when dealing damage or taking damage with projectile weapons. Hardwire, immune to EMP, blocks equipment or abilities that outline you for your enemies. Marksman, acquire enemy names for a greater distance and also reduce sniper flinch. Engineer, detect enemy equipment through walls and delay their activation. And Dead Silence, footsteps and jump pack is silent. So let's get right into Gung Ho. I believe this is going to be a very good perk in the team deathmatch metagame as well as in the domination metagame when it comes down to Infinite Warfare. The ability to shoot while sprinting and also use equipment while sprinting and activating your score streaks while sprinting, it's constantly going to keep you from moving. And of course, it's going to work very, very well with Ghost, specifically since, you have to be sprinting for Ghost to work now. And by the way, guys, I am going to be giving you guys some very good perk combinations, but I'm going to do that when the Infinite Warfare beta comes out on October 14th, when I actually have some Infinite Warfare gameplay and I actually get my hands on the perks and the combinations and all that stuff. So feel free to subscribe if you're interested in that. Okay, when it comes down to the search and destroy and also domination metagame, maybe it could be pinpoints. Okay, let's take a look at what pinpoint says. Outline enemies when dealing damage or taking damage with projectile weapons. Projectile weapons. So this possibly could mean, and what the perk could mean by projectile weapons, it's rockets. Like when you shoot a rocket, like a rocket is a projectile weapon, it has a projectile and it shoots it. But mainly it could also be regular guns. So people might think this is overpowered, but in a way it's overpowered and also not overpowered. The reason for this is because we had a perk exactly like this one in Modern Warfare 3. It was called Recon, and what Recon did, every time you would hit an enemy with an explosive or a flashbang, they would get tagged and they would actually come out as if there was an advanced UAV on them. And also the same thing happened when you shot the enemy when you got Recon Pro. It really wasn't used that much, quite honestly. But anyways, if pinpoint actually works by you shooting at the enemy and then they come out, they come out outline, then this is going to be a good perk for the search and destroy metagame and also the domination game metagame. For search and destroy, it's going to be good because like that, where the enemies are and you're going to be able to get the drop on them if they actually don't have the perk to counter this. And also it's going to be good for domination because in domination, obviously it's very, very important to know where the enemy team is, and you want to know where the enemy team is so you can kill them and of course take the objective. Another perk that's going to be very, very useful for search and destroy, maybe it's going to be Hardwire, immune to EMP, blocks equipment or abilities that outline you from enemies. Like, we really don't know how many things can outline you yet, so I can't tell you guys, which is of course why I encourage you guys to subscribe so you guys have this information as soon as I can release it. With that said, let's talk about Marksman. I believe this is going to be a good perk for team deathmatch, domination, and also search and destroy. You guys are probably thinking, Salvaje, you're crazy. It only acquires enemy names from a greater distance and it reduces sniper flinch. Like, what if you're using an assault rifle? Well, it doesn't matter if you're using an assault rifle because this perk was also in Modern Warfare 3, and this perk was a very, very insanely good perk in Modern Warfare 3. Mainly what it did is you would aim down sight and then you could see enemies from long range, which means you can kill people from across the map with the submachine guns or assault rifles because you were able to spot them. So yes, this perk was definitely very, very powerful in Modern Warfare 3, and if it works with submachine guns and assault rifles, it's also going to be very, very powerful in Modern Warfare 3. With that said, let's talk about Engineer. This perk, it's mostly going to be seen in game modes like Search and Destroy and Domination, of course. Detect enemy equipment through walls, obviously very, very important. You want to see the trip mines, you want to see the things that can kill you when you get to an objective, all of that good stuff. And of course, we have Dead Silence. This might be a very, very good perk for game modes like Search and Destroy. And again, this is why I tell you guys to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, because I really don't know if the if the jump pack in Infinite Warfare, when you actually jump, if it's going to come out on the minimap. Because if it does come out on the minimap, Dead Silence could be a must-have perk for Search and Destroy, because if you jump, then the enemy is going to see you on the minimap and they're going to know where you're going. Okay, so With that said, let's go with the do or die. Let's go with the do or die perks. Gung Ho is going to be unnecessary for team deathmatch. In team deathmatch, you always want to be moving. You always want to be going towards the enemies. You always want to be getting kills. You always want to have the initialization when it comes down to starting a gunfight. So that's why Gung Ho, it's definitely going to be a must in the team deathmatch metagame. When it comes down to the search and destroy metagame, we have Hardwire. Again, I really don't know. I mean, we also have pinpoint, right? Like I said, if you damage enemies with your actual weapons, you know, this perk could actually be very, very good for search and destroy, but we don't know that yet, so I can't tell you guys that it's a must to have. But anyways, search and destroy Hardwire could be very, very good because, you know, like that, you're not going to be able to get outline. Another perk that is also most likely going to be a must for search and destroy, it's going to be Engineer. You're going to be able to detect equipment through walls, which means you're not going to die by claymores, you know, or trip mines, or whatever the fuck they're called in the future. With that said, must-have perks for domination are mainly going to go down between marksmen, and also this is a must-have perk for search and destroy team deathmatch as well, because, you know, you're going to be able to see the enemy names from a greater distance, which means you're going to be able to get killed faster. And of course, honorable mentions can go to Dead Silence. If you know, when you jump in Infinite Warfare, if you get that little circle thingy that comes on the map, Dead Silence could also be very, very good for search and destroy. Guys, that's pretty much it. For more Infinite Warfare tips, videos, and all that stuff, feel free to subscribe to join the Sabaya Cartel. I'm going to have more Infinite Warfare related type videos as time passes. Also, feel free to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a like, subscribe to join the Sabaya Cartel. I said that a lot. So eat a vagina. Peace out. Thank you very much for watching.